we're looking a bit rough here. This is definitely a lot worse than how it went last time. Pop your grinning and drop your linen. We've got an exciting one today, guys. So we have been playing the Nordfels, and I have finally figured out a strategy to be able to beat this level with all mutators. So how did I get it done? We managed to get a juicy score of 30,755, but let's see in this video whether we can beat that. So let's just quickly go over all the mutators and what they're going to actually add to the level to make it really difficult. So we've got the challenge the turtle god, so that's enemies are going to have 75% more health. We're going to have challenge the tiger god, which means that enemies deal 75% damage. And we're also going to have challenge the snake god, so enemies drop minus 50% gold. So this one's going to be really crucial, and we kind of have to play around on this one quite a lot. Enemies are 75% faster and chase you for minus 60% shorter, and this is really important because the fact that they don't chase you as much means we need to figure out a way to be able to negate this, because you don't really have a way to stop them from kind of veering off and ignoring you, and I'll show you how we're going to get past that. Builders only heal 25% of their health points every morning. Destroyed buildings take an additional day to get repaired. So this also, well, it means that we can't really expand really far. And again, as we go through the levels, I'll show you why. Because, for example, you will see that people usually farm rush, and that's usually fine because you can defend it. But with all these mutators, you just cannot defend farms as well. So we kind of have to ignore farms a little bit in this run to be able to complete it. Then we got challenge the wasp god, which means in the first 3 nights there'll be 100% more enemies that will spawn 25% faster, so we're going to need to deal with that. And then allied units are no longer revived at night, and your own revive time is increased by 100%. So if you die in the later levels, you will probably lose. So this one's quite important. Obviously, units no longer being revived at night is not the end of the world, but it does mean that you put more of an emphasis on, say, like archers, who will likely or hopefully will survive better than knights. In terms of the weapon, we absolutely have to go for the light spear. So we obviously deal rapid melee attacks that deal bonus damage against all fast moving enemy types, and that obviously slows them down too. And then we can heal yourself for significantly increase your attack speed for a brief moment, and if you activate the ability while being below 30% of your max health, the effect lasts even longer. So we want to keep an eye on our health bar and make sure we activate it just as we're around that sort of 30% mark, so we make sure that it lasts even longer, and that's quite important. In terms of the perks, now I've played around with this quite a bit, and the 3 by far that just made this challenge so much easier was Royal Mint. So your castle centre produces 1, 2 or 3 additional gold depending on the level. This is absolutely mandatory because you just don't get any gold whatsoever because of the mutator that stops you from getting that gold, which is challenge of the snake god. Next one is the heavy armor. So you have a massive 350% more health, but your horse moves slower. We're not too worried about this, and there's another upgrade that's going to play really nicely and synergize great with heavy armor, and I'll show you that one. And then lastly is castle fortification. So your castle center has 150% extra health, and the intervals between its attacks is reduced by minus 67%, and its attack range is increased by 50%. I've tried to play around this. It's so much easier with it that I just can't not have it. So I have tried to play around with melee resistance and also ranged resistance. I also tried to give castle blueprints a go as well, but to be honest, just nothing stacked up as much as cutter fortification. So, and you'll see that how that works. So let's jump into the game. All right, here we go. So by no means is this challenge easy, guys. Trust me, I've recorded this a few times now. I'm starting to think that maybe I completed it by fluke. So what we're going to do is we're just going to upgrade Town Hall, and we're going to leave the 6 gold. And for anyone that's played this game, obviously a little bit, which I'm sure you have if you're watching, then you'll probably be wondering, why am I not getting the farm? I find the farms are really hard to defend, and then if they do get destroyed, they don't come back the next night, and so you don't get any revenue from them. So I tend to, in this strategy specifically, I don't really bother with the farms until much later on. So what we're going to do is the first 6 units, we're just going to do our best to fight them. And if we need to, we can come up. They can hit the town hall a couple of times, not a big deal. Just keep an eye on your health, make sure that you don't die. I will say in this challenge that if you do die, the likelihood of you failing is really high. So if you die at all, you are probably going to lose, which is obviously not ideal. So what we're going to do with the gold is we're going to go for a straight upgrade, and we're going to go for magic armor. And magic armor deals damage to enemies, so a part of that damage they take, and then also you get even more health on top of the perk that we've got. So this is huge, because what it does, and again, we don't know if this is intentional or not, when you attack the enemies, they actually will be aggroed because you're doing damage to them. You're reflecting the damage back. So the mutator that makes it so that enemies aren't as distracted by you anymore, this kind of completely negates that, which makes it incredible for this challenge. We're going to start the next night, and what we're going to do is we just want to try and kite and hit them as many as you can. As you can see, they're all taking damage now from us with the magic armor, which is huge. And we just want to get in range of our town hall, and then just try and get as many of them hitting us. Now, just keep an eye on your health. As soon as we get low, we'll pop our ability. There we go, so we can just pop our ability. And as you see, we make short work of them. No problem at all. Cool. So the next one, we can deal with those as well. So we're just going to upgrade a house and build another one. The 4 units at the top will just dive straight for us. So all we need to do is try and kite these enemies as much as we can. Just get them attacking us. It's not a big deal if they don't all hit us. So we'll pop our ability early, so we can try and do a bit of damage to these. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's all good. We can have a few hit the town hall. It's not that big of a deal. Pop our ability. There we go. Short work of those. So that was a good run, actually. Probably the best I've done of that. Next is archers. So they don't do much damage to the town hall. So we're just going to upgrade now. We're just going to go full upgrades on all the houses. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand here. And what we're going to do is just try and aggro a few of the archers at the bottom. Okay, and then almost just like start a step, bring them up. And then we should be able to, there we go. We should have aggro on pretty much all the lanes. There'll be a few stragglers that will come at the bottom there, that's fine. Try and do a bit of damage to these. Keep an eye on your health. You can go low on this one. And as I say, because we've got that perk for the town hall, it barely takes any damage, which is huge. I've tried to play without it. It just makes this so much harder. We'll finish off that one. Okay, so absolute mandatory to get the wall here. We need to get that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the rest of our cash on the houses. So with these, they just go straight for the town hall. They kind of ignore you. You do take a little bit of damage, but they mostly just want to try and hit your town hall. So all we'll do is we'll kind of back up with them. Just try and slow them down a little bit. Kind of hit them as we're coming up with them. And then once we hit the gate, we're just going to hit our ability straight away. And you almost just want to pace like up and down outside the wall. They will hit you a little bit, but they probably won't get you really low. Famous last words. And then just pop your ability again. As long as they don't destroy the wall, we'll be good, which they don't. So that's happy days. All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go all greedy mode, and we're going to go max house at the top. Now, I did a run a moment ago where I was actually able to keep this house alive. It is risky trying to do this, so just a FYI, it is risky doing it. So for the sake of a good run, we won't be upgrading that house, but you could do it if you feel confident. So we just got to try and fight as many as we can. Make sure you sort of tap into them, because once they hit you, then they're aggroed onto you, which is great. You can do a quick ability if we want, just to kind of keep them aggroed. Yeah, so it's likely we would have lost the town hall. Sorry, not the town hall, the house on this one. Right, so just keep an eye on your health. And we want to make sure they just don't destroy the wall. That's the only thing we don't care about. If they destroy the wall, then we're in trouble. That's okay, the town hall is going to deal with them. Alright, and we just make short work of the rest of the archers. Okie dokie. So, on this one, what we want to do is go Town Hall. Town Hall is absolutely mandatory. And we want to go for Castle Up. So it says, the upgrade costs of walls and towers get reduced by 1 every night, and they will never be lower than 1. So initial build costs are unaffected, which is wicked. So what we'll do is we'll get houses with the remaining gold. And because of magic armor, and again, this was something that I figured out, even the flying units get aggroed onto you. So normally they're just trying to fly past and ignore you. But with magic armor, it kind of like aggroes them onto you. So we won't actually lose any buildings if we play this right. So what we want to do is we'll start the night and we just kind of want to be in their flight path so that they attack us. There we go. We just kind of bop up and then back down again. And as you can see, they're now all attacking us. And then we're in range of the town hall, so that will help us finish these off. And if we do get low, we can just pop our ability. So we'll just pop that. And then the town hall and our magic armor will finish those off. Happy days. Alright, so this is kind of our first challenge. So what I usually like to do here is go double barracks. So we'll go fire archers, absolutely mandatory. And we'll go knights. And what you want to do is get your knights there. Get your archers here. And what we want to start to do is get the walls upgraded. So when we said earlier that we got castle up, that's going to start reducing the cost of those walls, which is going to be huge. And we also want to do the same for the towers now. We'll get the tower here, one there. That's going to finish up our resources. So our units will deal with the ones at the top. 10 of the battle cage, kind of roll cage things are going to come here. They're going to try and get the town hall and the wall. And then the other 10 are just going to come to us at the bottom. So we just got to do our best to try and kite these units that spawn here at the bottom. Do a little bit of a circular motion. Okay, so keep an eye on the health, because the units that do come from the top, they do hit quite hard. So we're going to hit our ability. And just do that circular motion, keep everything all nicely aggroed. We're sort of moving around a little bit, so we're taking quite a bit of damage. We'll come up to the top if we need to. Hit the ability as soon as it comes available. And our archers make short work of those, as well as us. Alright, cool. So probably the first test then. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for towers and houses. A house here. So at this stage, we'll get this here as well. Probably just go tower there. I think that's everything we can have. Yeah. We can go, yeah, we can get archers here as well at the top, so that's fine. We'll just get archers there. They'll kind of help in at the top, and obviously we'll go for the fire archers again. Just get these men there, just put them on the corner of the tower there. We probably will lose a house. It's unavoidable. Tested this quite a few times. But essentially what we're doing is we're focusing on giants at the bottom, and then the towers and the town hall and the archers will focus on the rest of the units. Alright. So let's see how we go on. So it's just really important that we keep an eye out on the giants. Keep those aggro. Keep an eye on the health. They do pretty good damage to you. So we're going to pop the ability, kill that one. Because they hit so hard, they end up doing so much damage to themselves. It's great. kill that one. Make sure we keep them both aggroed. Keep an eye on the health. Pop the ability as soon as it's available. Boom. There we go. So I think we lost... Yeah, we lost a couple of health there, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright. So... Next round. Don't think anything is on 1 yet. None of the towers on 1, which is fine. We're going to go for knights here. Archers here. And then archers on the other one. Now, if you wanted to, you could have gone farm. I tend to not go farm. Just because you just want to just try and keep everything alive as much as possible. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get archers here. Bring all of our archers here. And then probably just have knights here and the knights there. So we're going to lose some of those buildings to the right, which is what it is. And then we're going to do our best to try and keep all these kited at the bottom. So, see how we get on. Almost there. Hit the ability. Seems like we're doing okay at the top for a minute. Keep an eye on the big giant. Keep an eye on our health. Hit the ability. Come up to the top. Ideally, we wouldn't have as many of our archers dying here. A bit unfortunate. Keep an eye on the big dude. He's the one that does the most damage. There we go. Hit our ability. Okay, so we lost quite a bit there, but it's not too bad. So, what we need to do here then, so let's go more archers. Gonna need those. And I think we can go more archers here, to be honest. Oh no, we need 16, so probably just gonna be military. And what we're gonna do here is we're basically gonna gather out all our men. We're just gonna put them in the middle. So essentially we just want them to defend against the battle roll cages that are gonna come through, and then the 50 archers, we're just gonna tank all of them. So all you want to do is just kind of hit the roll cage things as they're going past, just to kind of slow them down a little bit. But essentially you can do what you want you can do. So we'll just slow them down a little bit. We've got to keep an eye on our health because it's going to go down real quick. Alright, so pop the ability. Try and hit as many archers as we can. Okay, run away because we're going to take big damage. Okay, hit our ability. And we should be able to make short work of them, so that's pretty good. Alright, so this is kind of like a breather round, if you like. So quite easy to deal with. So we don't really need to upgrade anything here. We can just keep hold of everything we got and see where we're at. So we'll just deal with these. Alright, cool. So we got 60 gold. I think when I did this earlier, we ended up having 70 gold. because I did a farm upgrade, so you probably could do a farm upgrade. That would help. I mean, it's the end of the world. So we'll get all the water grade here, which these are only 1, which is appreciated. And from my experience so far, absolute mandatory that we need in the middle bit is to have sniper towers. So the ballistas, because they do a lot of damage to the big catapult units. And then that doesn't really leave us with a lot. So obviously we can get a few. We get an upgrade here. Upgrade there. And then 1 at the top. So the way that I've done this is essentially you get all your units. Because remember, we're strongest when we're at the town hall. And you basically just keep everything here. And what they'll do is they'll kind of run out as units get close to all of our stuff. So as long as we keep the towers. Towers should hopefully get rid of the catapults. The first barrage comes at the bottom. So we'll do our best to kind of keep those at bay as much as we can. And then we'll come back up the top and help. So we'll see how we get on. See whether we did this right or not. We've got the roll cage units coming up. We're keeping an eye on the giants, so let's just keep an eye on our health, get our ability. We are going to lose a lot here. Fine, as long as they hit us. Got a few arrows with us. They're going to get rid of those, and then we come to the right. Try and use our ability a bit early there to try and aggro everything. A lot of stuff coming from the bottom now. We're doing alright. Let's come down to the bottom. We've got the catapults. Help get rid of those. Okay, back up to the top. Keep an eye on our health. Our ability. The tower should hopefully take out the catapults. Just help out a little bit. Oh, we've got a lot of units on the town hall. Let's get rid of all these. Okay. Oh, we're looking a bit rough here. This is definitely a lot worse than how it went last time. Okay, here we go. It's looking proper ropey. We've got 1 more assault coming from the bottom here. Let's do our best. We're holding the fort. Okay, here we go. Do our best. Use our ability here. Let's just kind of kite them over to the left. Oh, okay, we'll make sure we don't die. It's imperative that we don't die. Okay, we can come back. Use our ability. I think we're good. I don't think we're going to beat my previous high score, but I think we've done it. It wasn't as convincing as the one I did the first time round, but we got the job done. That's what it's all about. Ooh. And there we have it. That was touchy cloth moment for sure. See how we got on with the score. So 30,755 to beat. And I don't think we have beaten this. Ooh. 30,434. So yeah, little bit under from the high score. But there you have it, guys. That is how you beat Nordfels with all of the mutators. So I had a lot of fun theory crafting this, figuring it out. I'm super loving this game. Feel free to comment below if you've beaten this with all the mutators. If you haven't, and you checked out this guide and it helped, then let me know. And just let me know what you think of the game in general. And also if you think that a tier list would be cool. So if you'd want to see a tier list of all of the different upgrades and that, I think that'd be quite fun to go through those. I've pretty much tried almost all the perks now. So probably just a couple that I need to really try out to be able to give it a full rating. But no, really enjoying this game. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Peace.